Hey everyone, talking about one that many people have probably heard of or even smelled, Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. This is the original version that came out in 2012 and is still being made today. And the notes in this one are mint leaf, lemon zest, green apple, tonka bean, amber, geranium, vanilla, cedar, vetiver, oak moss, and ambroxan. So this, as you can see, is full bottle worthy for me. Might come as a little bit of a surprise, although I've definitely mentioned this before on the channel, but so much of what I talk about and so much of my full bottle worthy ones are niche or more high end ones or blah blah blah. But I'm not doing that because it's like, I need to wear niche, and just that's been what I've ended up liking more. But this was, as I got more into fragrance, one of the first full bottle worthy ones that I encountered. I was obviously trying more designers first, but still to this day, there's only been a very, very small handful of other designers that I felt were like full bottle worthy for my taste. But yeah, I really do love this one. It is considered very basic by many because it is so popular, but that doesn't mean it doesn't smell good. And to me, it definitely does smell good, and it's for sure one that I get more compliments on than most other stuff. And I have not had that many experiences, if any, of many people saying that I smelled like someone else, or like, what is that? I recognize that, or something like that. So yeah, this, it leans masculine, but not so much, not in like a hyper masculine way, just more in the way of like, say how like a shower gel freshie leans masculine. Not that this smells like that, but just that style of sort of masculine, where it's sort of like undeniably masculine, but not necessarily, not in like an old school way, that's for sure. Like definitely more like modern style, and there's a sweetness to it for sure. I get good longevity and projection from it. On places like Fragrant, it gets voted as like moderate to good, but I definitely get a lot from it, and definitely taught me a lesson as well about that more is not always better with that. Because the first time I wore this, or I used to have like my wife smell stuff before I decided if it was full bottle worthy. Now I've learned my lesson with that. I just get it and I don't wear it around her if I don't want like a buzzkill if somebody doesn't like it. But and she liked it. I wore it, and a lot of the time when I wear it, this is one of the very few that she consistently compliments. But there have been times where I oversprayed, and I'm not talking 15 sprays or something. Less than 5 for sure. And it was like, what are you wearing? Oh my God. Like, why would you put that on before getting in the car? When it was a lot, not when it's just 1 or 2 or 3 even. So yeah, just a side note, and I'll do a separate video about that, but more is not always better when it comes to spraying or people being able to smell it, because she always compliments it when I just do a subtle amount of it, and she can absolutely still smell it without being like right next to me. But if you do too much, this can really kind of choke people out. So I would start light with this trigger and kind of see how it is and go from there. There's a lot of versions of this. There's the original Eau de Toilette, which is my favorite. There's the Parfum. There's Eros Flame. There's some other stuff too. But yeah, I like all of them, but this is definitely my number one. So for me, this is like the perfect style of mint, where it is fresh and sweet, not too bitter by any means, and especially not with like the oak moss, which can often get really bitter in other fragrances. And also not, it does air more on like slight candy sweetness of the mint here, but just overall I think it works really well. The citrus, like and the lemon and the apple, really kind of work together with like adding some of that freshness to it as well. The tonka bean and vanilla go well to add this kind of like powdery sweetness that it sinks into with some woods in the base. I honestly didn't even know there was vetiver in this until checking the notes again before doing this. So it's not like it's a super vetiver centered dark scent by any means. The ambroxan is done well here. Ambroxan is treated like a bad word because it's so kind of overused and can smell generic sometimes, but I think it really works with what it's going for here. Let's see, I sprayed this on my shirt today. Yeah, I like it. I like the opening. I like the mid. I like the dry down. I like the opening and the dry down the best. There is a phase in the mid where the geranium comes out, where it's not quite my favorite part, but yeah, I still like all of it. And this I find really versatile. Some people say, oh, only wear it I think people say to wear it in winter because it can be kind of heavy. Or maybe they say to wear it in summer, whatever. There's one thing that a lot of people just wear it in, but for me, I can wear it in kind of any weather as long as I don't overspray. And I do and have wear this year round. So it is nice to have something that I can really wear year round, because for my taste, a lot of stuff I love is either really fresh citrus or really smoky fiery. And the citrus is only usually going to go well in warm weather, the fiery in cold. So this is one of the few that it's like, yep, I totally can use that year round. And yeah, this definitely has more longevity and projection than almost anything else that I personally wear. So apparently it's more moderate for some people, but it goes pretty far for me, and it definitely lasts all day. And yeah, you can get this for as low as $70 for a 100 milliliter bottle. And yeah, probably even cheaper when it's on sale and stuff like that. And I'll link in the description where you can check it out. And I'll link specifically to this one because it can be kind of confusing. Some of them, it's like, is this that one or that version or the Eau de Toilette or the Parfum or whatever? But yeah. And if you've tried it and you think I'm basic, roast me in the comments.